Mike Burke from 90 Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days was quick to ask Ximena Morales to return his things as soon as she broke up with him. While Mike and Ximena got engaged in Colombia on 90 Day Fiancé, despite his bad habits and her sketchy past relationships, things took a wild turn when he flew back to the USA. Ximena realized just how clingy Mike was and refused to get married unless he paid for her breast implants. When Mike didn't agree, Ximena confessed she wasn't in love with him. She took it as a sign of her breaking up, since he wasn't giving her any more money. Mike told Ximena he'd take everything he'd bought for her back to New York, where he's from. Mike managed to create the perception that he was giving Ximena everything she wanted during their year and a half of dating. During the latest 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days episode, Mike also claimed that Ximena would be on the streets with her children had it not been for him. After all, fans had taken a tour of Ximena's house on B90 Episode 3, which contained objects such as a couch, dining table, refrigerator, stove, blender, food processor, and coffee machine. Mike was also paying for the rent and helping Ximena with money for food. So when Mike told Ximena, "Anything I paid for, I want to take back with me to New York," fans wondered how exactly he was going to carry all of the appliances and furniture with him to deals. A fan started a Reddit thread that included a meme of Mike as an owl, carrying a heavy load of things with his talons and flying away. It was a reference to Ximena saying Mike is like an owl in bed because he stares at her so much. Fans agreed they couldn't stop laughing at the joke, but had different reactions to Mike wanting to fly away with Ximena's gifts. A commenter suggested that Mike should have a yard sale before he leaves, and some others suggested the memer forgot to add the kids' beds, kitchen sink, and his sneakers with dog poop to the image. Another TLC viewer wrote, "Don't forget the house too, because he's paying rent," laughing emoji before adding Mike could tie some balloons to it, like in the movie Up, for the sake of convenience. Jokes aside, however, Mike went live on Instagram to reveal he'd only taken Ximena's rings and a computer that he'd gifted her. Mike gave Ximena a computer so she could have a bigger screen to learn English via apps such as Rosetta Stone and Duolingo. Mike hoped Ximena would use it for things such as video calls and email, since he personally dislikes working from his cell phone. On the show, fans didn't see Mike asking for his laptop, but Ximena was spotted returning their 2 wedding rings to Mike, along with an engagement ring. However, Mike, who was refusing to accept that Ximena had ended the relationship, asked her to keep the rings to guard them safe. Mike thought she could keep the ring safe until Ximena and he could work out their differences. It's possible Mike didn't really seize Ximena's household objects because he expected her to take him back eventually, as her livelihood depended on his money. But Ximena was applauded for wanting to go back to work as a webcam model, which is actually where she had met Mike. It was Mike who told Ximena to quit the job and that he would help her. That is when Mike started helping Ximena out with money. Whether or not Ximena ended up getting back together with Mike is something that the 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days finale, is expected to reveal. However, fans have already declared Mike the villain of the season, as Ximena is being applauded for exposing his true colors on international TV.
I'm the strip and wait. hoping and pray, just to